this has a remote in it. I'm using my daughter's thing that I had bought. There's a little remote to hold the phone. So, we're gonna focus on the title of my video, The Whys. Um, is it The Whys? Yeah. The Why Nots? Something like that. But this is what I mean. My reasons for not liking certain things and people. You know? So what had came to mind was that people have a tendency, they may not say it, but I can tell by their actions that they have a tendency to feel like I act like I'm better than them. And I know I don't, and they probably saying she ain't even cute. She ain't got half of the stuff that I got, but she walking around here like she better than us. Going out and get my nails done in about an hour. I want to talk to y'all for a little bit. So now here's the thing. Now I probably do, I ain't gonna lie, I probably do act like that. You know, and it's not so much as me saying that I'm better than anybody. Because half the stuff that people got, I ain't got. You know, these people that give me this demeanor towards me and don't like me is people that got cars, people that retired, people that got jobs, people that got husbands that's coming to church, husbands that's actually taking care of them, you know, per se, you know. I think I really like, hang on. So now, I will say the reason why I act like that towards not how can I say? I'm gonna say the reason why I act like that. I'm not gonna say too much say towards them per se, but as I always say, if the shoe fit, wear it. It's because people have a tendency of faking. See, I'm real. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm real. As far as my salvation is, I'm real. I may be walking around here with fake hair on. I don't want no fake lashes or fake nails. But half the time they mines. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't put nails on. So I don't put no tips on. So these are actually my nails. So, you know, walk around with whatever. You see what I'm saying? Everything that I try, like, to put on, if it's not name brand, and don't get me wrong, I'm not always looking for name brand. I'm just talking about what's in my closet right now. If it's not name brand, then I try to, should I say, don't have to be name brand as long as it looks presentable and modest. As long as it represents who I am. You know, I'm not gonna go and buy something because somebody had it. Like, it's like I said about the Hermes bag that I have. I didn't buy it because, oh my God, everybody got it, let me get it, because everybody don't have it. But, you see what I'm saying? That's kind of was my thought with Louis Vuitton. You know, I wanted a speedy, not because I saw a lot of people with them per se, but because it was a lot of YouTube videos that I was watching, and they was doing what's in my bag videos, and they consist of speedy. So I wanted a speedy. I wanted a Neverfull. That was the first one I got, was a Neverfull. All right, let me just plug this in right quick. Okay, so now here's the thing. It's like I said, I'm not so much. I'm sorry. I guess you'll say you should have had that together before you start video. True, true. Okay, I'm gonna like straighten my hair a bit because this side, this one is good, but this one is kind of like a frizz to it. Y'all see that little wave going on there? Let me see. I don't want to mess with what's ever straightened already. So my thing is that I'm not too much against people. I never did really like people that felt like they was better than the next person. So people may feel like that's what I'm giving off. You see what I'm saying? But I personally don't care because I'm not better than nobody. I'm not better than nobody. You know, so, but I let that off to certain people because I don't like people that feel like they better than me. Let me put it that way. Because to be honest, ain't nobody better than the other one. You know what I'm saying? Now you may be more fortunate. You see what I'm saying? And your blessings may be a little bit fortunate than mine. You know what I'm saying? But and that's only because you may have a little bit more than me in money. You maybe have more opportunity to do more than me. You know? But I don't even know what my thing is. I still can't. Let me finish that sentence. But you know better than me. Okay? But I have it with a cat pee. So, people, certain people that affiliates, don't too much affiliate me, let me put it that way. Certain people that, let me do this side right here. Let me see. Do that. Certain people that, I'm not gonna too much say affiliate with me because they don't. But they're kind of like in my, I can't even say circle. So I gotta say in my church, you know, because since they go to my church, I gotta, they're not in my circle, but they go to my church. So, they kind of like, I want to just put it up, I want to say. I'm messing with this side because I want to see the difference in the sides. See the difference in the, so, you know, when people feel like, when these people in my church want to act like they better than us, than me and my family, when you the one who got more than me, you know, it's starting to fall under jealousy, right? It's coming underneath jealousy. And I try my best not to be jealous of nobody, not to be covenant. See, this is how I know I grew in God, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I will covet. I see people with something I want to get. And half the time, I went and got it. Yes, I did. So now here's the thing. These same people can afford much better than me. But what they would do is that they would go and try to take, you know, go in there and take what's mine. If they see that I want something, they'll go and take it, you know? And sometimes they already got it. But because I want it, they want it. You see what I'm saying? I give you an example. When we had the meeting in the church, right? Pastor Glover came asking everybody. She was she was bringing up certain auxiliaries, certain functions in the church, not auxiliaries. And she 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 came to the outreach to not pass it over to Elder Robinson. And Elder Robinson is the outreach president. You see what I'm saying? But Bishop was like, wait a minute, let me say something. Now, Elder, if you can't do it, then if you can't do it, then give it to somebody that can. And so she was like, I am. She said, I'm gonna let it go. So Pastor Glover came and said, who would like to be with the outreach? And Odom picked her hand up. Now, we done had conversations prior to that meeting. And I had done told her that I've been trying to be on the outreach, I don't know what they call it, committee. I don't have to be over it, but, well, I guess it'd be committee or whatever. I was trying to be on the outreach. And, they gave it to Ella Robinson. They gave it to this lady named Robin. They gave it to this lady named, not this lady, this man, Brother Taylor. And nothing was done. According to what he said, he was trying to do stuff, but they shut it down. I guess I could have kept my $100 in my pocket because I wanted doing it myself, right? But I just needed her to pluck because I wouldn't have been able to do it. You know? So she went and automatically, I'll be over it. So Pascal was like, okay. And then Brother Taylor can help you out because Brother Taylor was on it too. So Brother Taylor looking like, yeah, okay, no problem. I gotta give it to Brother Taylor. Brother Taylor, he don't have the Holy Ghost, but he kind of I don't know whether people are putting him up to do it or whether that's just his demeanor. But I think because they put him in position, that's why he say the things he say. Okay, get up here personally. So I don't know whether y'all can see the difference, if there is a difference. Wow, this thing is bent. I'm gonna get this one. Kind of get up here. So it's not that I consider myself better than the next person or that my family think they're better than the next person. It's just the fact that since you feel like you are better than me, I have to let you know that you're not. God blesses me too. People really feel like they in control of God's blessings. You know what I'm saying? My blessings, God giving me blessings, He ain't giving you none, so you keep your mouth shut. You sit over there in the corner. Like I was told, shut up, shut up. Okay, so I'm not gonna mess with this side. this is this side. I kind of like got it. I know I'm just not going. I'm looking in the mirror. The light. I ain't gonna mess with this, cause this is the salon straight, and this is my straight. And it's silkier. I don't know, maybe I don't know. It straightens it, but okay, so I used it. Can y'all see that? GHD. That's the one I used. And it actually goes off after a while. So, that's it. Okay, so let me close that. All right, so, um, so the wise is in reference to my video. The wise um, is the reason why I stick to myself, the reason why I don't affiliate too much with people, the reason why I have specific people that I do affiliate with. And those are the people that kind of like click to me, you know. But I don't really go all out my way to be friendly. I've always been a loner. I was raised up by myself. I had a cousin that was raised with me, but eventually she left the home and branched out on her own. But I stayed close to home. I stayed with my grandmother, Bishop Mingo. I didn't go too far. You know, I left the nest, but I didn't go far. And so when people meet me, you know, when you meet somebody, you automatically know who like you, who don't. And if you're a good discerner of spirits, and you know what I'm saying, if you have that gift, you can almost pinpoint why they don't like you. So I know a lot of people don't like me because they feel like I and my family feel like we're better than them. I'm stuck up, I'm snooty, right? But see, if you noticing that in me, then that means you got it in you. See what I'm saying? So when I detect that in somebody else, I know that it's in me. I know I act snooty. I know I act better. I act like I'm better than other people. But my real inside and who I really am is not that type of person. And it comes out. Even if I'm walking around and you think that I feel like I'm better than you stick around. Don't say too much, but stick around and pay attention to Sister Jordan. You want to see this is Jordan is no different than you, and she don't put herself better than you. It's you that want to be better than Sister Jordan, and Sister Jordan don't care, so that's what's bothering you. So, Just like I said, everybody wanted to be a part. Sister Odom wanted to be a part of the outreach. So, hun, whomever is a part of the outreach, she over the outreach. Maybe about 2 days ago, I don't want to say the same night because she ain't called me the same night. I think she called me like 2 days because the meeting was Thursday. I'm going to say maybe she called me, maybe she called me Friday. She called me, this is the next week, Friday, when I called the meeting on her. So this is the next week. So I think she called me before that. Yeah, she called me before that. And she was saying, you know what, I'm not being a part of Lord's. I didn't tell him this because it really was none of his business, but even though it involved him. But he already knew it. He told me that Odom backed out. Odom called. Well, I don't think he said that she called him, so I don't want to be lying on the lady and telling a lie on him. But I think he said that she don't want to be a part of the group because of what happened in the meeting. Now, what happened in the meeting was that everybody kind of like came at her. Well, not everybody. Elder Robinson came at her, and Brother Taylor came at her, and Sister Taylor came at her. So they kind of like got on her, and to be honest, they was repeating what I said to her. I said, you don't listen. And Sister Taylor said that, see, that's your problem. Look at you. You're going on with something else. See, you don't listen. You don't listen. That's your... And Sister Taylor didn't care. Sister Taylor was telling her like they was having a ghetto conversation outside. And Sister Taylor ain't filled with the Holy Ghost, and put it like that. I gotta try to curb myself from saying not saved. She ain't filled with the Holy Ghost, so her tongue ain't with a bridle. So Evangelist Odom come at her with attitude, she come right back at Evangelist Odom with attitude. You see what I'm saying? So I'm listening to her and say, wow, look at her. She going in on Odom. So she goes on and she tells me, I kept saying it was the building fund, and I kept saying outreach. And she kept coming, and she kept correcting me. Say building fund. I said, see, building fund ain't for me. And she kept laughing because prior to that conversation, I kept telling her that I wanted to do the building fund. I wanted to be a part of the building fund, all that stuff. But Jack, I'm trying to think, what did I have? Oh, I think it's in my phone. The building fund ain't for me. Ain't got nothing to do with me. It's the outreach. That's where my calling is. My calling is the outreach. My calling is to go out there and evangelize. That's what my calling is. And being that, let me see, since we're talking on this, let me put this in one of the whys. The whys of why, I'm not so much going out there and bringing people in is because it may sound crazy, but I got to put this out there. I got to say it. I really don't know how. You see what I'm saying? And I don't really know what I mean by I don't know how is that I don't know how it's done in the church realm. Now, when I was in the world, I put things together. I got things together. You know what I'm saying? I was working in my son's school. I was the PTA president. I was, when I was at work, I was a quality control person. I was always put in leadership. Not me asking. I never went to nobody, none of my job, and say I would like to be a manager or whatever. because when I opened up my mouth and told my McDonald interviewer manager that I wanted to go into managing field, he took me through a whole lot, to the point where they said I stole money and they let me go. But what happened is that there was a, just gotta throw this piece in there. There, I was going to school and working at the time. I was living out here in the Bronx, and when I went to work, they set me up. Because I was cashier, they put me on cashier. They put me in the register this particular time, and then they put somebody else on my register. And I didn't get a chance to close out my register. And closing out is taking your money out, and and the next person put it. So that person was underneath my name and my register. So when I came in the next day, I think it was like $20 mission or something like that, and they were saying that I did it, and I was trying to say, I was telling them that what I no I didn't. I said I wasn't on the register by myself. So I'm not sure whether the girl was there. I don't think the girl was there. So the girl couldn't fend for themselves. That's what let me feel and think that that was a setup, because they put the girl in and then told the girl not to come to work that day, because she probably didn't steal the money. What she probably did was just took the money out the register and gave it to the manager or whatever, or somebody, and they all know about it. So now I'm coming. They counted up the money, because what happened was that I wasn't on full register. I was doing cashier at that time, just for a moment, because it was just weird. I'm on the floor cleaning because that's what I was supposed to do at that time. They took me off the floor, put me on the register, opened up a pot for me, gave me the money, and now I'm on the register. Maybe I was on the register for 10 minutes, 30, 10 to 15 minutes. And then they said, all right, we want you to go back on the floor for a little bit. And I said, but I got to close out my register. Oh, that's okay. Let's say her name is Denisha. We'll let Denisha do. Don't worry. She'll close you out. And not knowing, but in the back of my mind is telling me, no, close your register out. But I didn't close it out. I walked away. And I stayed on the floor for the whole night, right? Because I didn't get off until 12 or 1 o'clock, stuff like that. When I come back to work the next day, they telling me that there was money missing. I'm hearing it through the grapevine. And then they saying, did you count up, did you close your register yesterday? I was like, no. They said, well, when they counted up your pot, or whatever, however they called it, they was missing $20, whatever amount. I said, well, I don't know what happened to it. I said, because I was on the register for about 10 minutes. And see, the time span made a whole lot of sense. And they knew I wasn't lying. They knew I wasn't lying. Whether they knew already that the girl took the money, whether she stole it, I don't know. To this day, I don't know what happened. But I didn't see her. I didn't see her. I didn't see her anymore. So, because after, when I came to work that next day, they let me go. They said, well, we're going to have to let you go, and we'll call you we'll call you when we clear this up. And I'm like, and I'm saying to them, are y'all firing me for something I didn't do? And as mouth off as I am, as big off as I am, as much as I stand up for myself and talk back, I didn't say nothing. All I did was say, I didn't do it. I didn't take no money. I ain't got no reason to steal. See what I'm saying? I went through the steps of what happened, that I know happened. And when I left the register, I asked them, I told them I got to close the register, because they was like, well, you shouldn't have left your register until you close it. I said, well, even that manager wasn't there. Put it that way. So, across the street, making a long story short, to get back to the main course, across the street was where I went to school at. And in my class was a person going to college to be a lawyer. So it was only like 3 of us or whatever. I forgot what I was taking up. It was like a course. So I was like, wow. So they noticed that I was kind of like down because I'm always lively and stuff like that. So they was like, my teacher was like, Sharon, what's going on? What's wrong? So I was like, I just got accused of stealing. So everybody looked at me like, what? They knew that I worked across the street, and my teacher was so nice. I would be tired at times. I would come to class late, and he would let me pass off because I think I would go to work after class because that's why they were surprised to see me. I'm trying to think. Did I work? No, no, no. Some days I worked before class, and some days I worked after class. Because class I think was at 3, from 3 to 5. Sometimes they would call me in early, and I would work like 8 o'clock in the morning. But my main shift was after class, would be like 3 to 12 or something like that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it was like 3 to 9 or whatever. But I was always working overtime because I had to clean up because that's where they put me now. I was hired for the register, but I had to do different things, and that was the first time they put me on the register. So, um, I began to tell them what happened. My teacher was like, "What?" He was a white guy. He was very like laid back white man, like a retired person would be. He was like somebody that owned a company, knew the fundamentals that I didn't know. He was like, "They can't do that to you. They got to prove that you stole it. They got to roll back that camera. So you should fight that." And he was asking me, he said, "Did you do it?" I said, "No." And I explained to them what happened. They said, "Well, either the person that they put on the register took it, stole it, or it was a setup." And they kept saying it sounded like they were setting you up. They wanted to get rid of you. And I began thinking, so my teacher said to the guy that is a lawyer, he said, "You know what? You should go over there with her. Play like you her lawyer. And demand them. Let them know whatever legal terms, I'm paraphrasing. Let them know that unless they show proof what she did, because McDonald's got cameras. This is Burger King. Got cameras. Unless they show proof that your client took this money, they have to give it back to job. Otherwise, they're going to sue. She going to sue." And I was kind of nervous. I said, "For real?" They said, "Yep, come on now." And the guy, for some reason, this particular day, the guy was dressed like he was a lawyer. He had went for an interview. He was going for an interview, one or two. So he had his tie on. He already had cards and stuff like that. So he was like, "Go on." My teacher's like, "Go ahead. Don't worry about it." And the guy that was playing the lawyer part, he said, "Don't worry about it." He said, "I got this." He said, "You just be quiet. You don't answer no questions. I'ma ask these questions, right?" He was ticked. He said, "They ain't gonna do this to my friend." So we go across the street, and when I walked in, a different manager was there, but I knew the manager. All the people that was there the day before was there, except for the girl. So everybody's looking. I'm walking in there. Everybody's looking. So somebody was on the floor, like cleaning, like I do, and she told me. She said, Sharon, that's what they call me. Sharon, what's going on?" See, that was. She said, "What they did, that wasn't right. Mm. Girl, I gotta talk to you." So I'm like saying to myself, "You don't want to talk to me now," because when they was up there saying what they was saying. So he looked at me, and the look that he gave me was like, "Is she wanted?" I just looked at him. I guess he caught that look. He turned to her and said, "No, there's nothing for you to say. You didn't say it when the time. You can say it in court." The girl was like, "Court? Sharon, let's go." So I went on. So he walks up to the thing, and he says, "May I speak with your, my name is so and so." He pulled out his card. The girl took the card and looked at it and said, "Lawyer." "Yes, I'm representing Miss Jordan, and I would like to speak to the manager that's on clock." And I was just so impressed because we never got to really his see him in action because It never caused for it. He would talk legal stuff, and we would sit there and say, "Man, you really know your stuff." He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna be a lawyer. I'm going for the big bucks like that, right?" So the manager came over and said, "Hi, Sharon." Say, "Please, I would really appreciate if you don't speak to my client. Everything is on record. It would be on record." So he said, the guy started laughing. He said, "A lawyer?" I said, "Yes, I'm representing Sharon." And she told me what happened. And what was said, I'm paraphrasing it. What she told me is that she has been released from her job due to the fact that the allegation of her stealing $20 from out the register. So the everybody was like, everybody, even the people in the line was like, "Why is they holding up our food? What's going on here?" The people in the line was paying attention. They said, so the manager was like, "Oh no, we didn't come to that conclusion." Oh, so you're saying that Miss Jordan was not released from her job? Well, we just let her go. Well, then we let her go for something that you have no proof of. Oh, well, we have the proof. Well, can you show me the proof? Because I'm sure you have videotapes. Can you take me in the back and show me these videos? Well, we can't do that. Well, I guess I will go and get me a warrant. And then the guy was like, the manager was like, "No, no, 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 that's not necessary. Ms. Jordan, may I speak with you?" And my lawyer was like, "Speak with her? I'm sorry, you cannot have any," I'm paraphrasing, "you cannot have any words with my client. Anything you wish to say to my client, you say to me." And what is it that you wish to say to my client? I was laughing. The only thing that was missing was me laughing like this. But inside I was like, I'm saying in my head, "You better go, boy. You go, boy." uh, excuse me. I'm not hearing anything. Is there any? What is it you wish to say to my client? Well, what we wanted to say was that it could be a possibility that we did make a mistake, and if also you're saying that you false accused my client, that that also, just like I said, I'm paraphrasing, that also will could be grounds of a suit, because it could be under discrimination, and it could be under false accusation, and she can sue for what they call that, damages, what they call that, I'm paraphrasing it, when you go through a lot of headaches and stuff like that, but he knew the word. And it was like, "Oh no, 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 we'll have to do that. We Miss Jordan can come back to the job, we'll give her a raise." And so my client looked at me and said, "Would you like to do that, Miss Jordan? Is there anything that you would like to put in?" And he giving me that look like, "You know what? Go for manager. That's what you said you wanted to do." I could have been working there. I don't know how long. I'm not gonna say I would have been working now, but I could have went in there. But wait, let me finish that sentence. I could have went in there under the title of a manager. They said, "Well, do you have any manager positions available?" So he looked at me and he looked at and said, "Yes, as a matter of fact, we do." Well, my client, I'll talk it over with my client and we'll get back to you. But I believe she said that that's what she was coming into this franchise, however he said it, to do. She wanted the position of a manager. He said, "Oh yes, oh yes, we have an opening." And he went. He said something to somebody. The person disappeared and came back with application. So my lawyer took the application. Excuse you, she don't need to fill out no application. If you got an opening as a manager, that's the position she shall fill. Because y'all made the mistake, y'all made the allegations against her, y'all set her up, And then you want to release her, got her going through these emotional damages and stuff like that, and we will sue you. We will sue you. The manager took the application, ripped it up, and said, Ms. Jordan, you got the position. When do you want to start? So inside, I'm saying to myself, whoa, he is good. So I looked up at him. He said, me and my client will be talking, and I will call you and let y'all know the final decision. Everybody's like, Javon, even the people, let me tell you something. Now that I remember, people started clapping. And what made him so prestige and elegant was because he was tall. He must have been about 6'9". He was real tall. I forgot about that. So his height was very intimidating. So when people looked at him and looked at me, because he had to look down at me. That's how tall he was. He had to look down at me. Is that what you want? They said something about a raise. We'll give her a raise. They said, my lawyer was like, well, I don't think it would be fair since y'all have, how he said, I'm paraphrasing because he used some lawyer word. I'm going to use my word. Since y'all have Steelers as employers, I don't think it's fair for her to be on the register. That's what the manager thinks. I think she should be a manager so that she can overlook these. He used the same lawyer word that represents a stealer, a thief. But I'm gonna put that in there in my sentence so that she can overlook these thieves, and so that if somebody else comes into this type of work, she will be able to catch them and will not allow such things to happen. And they was the lawyer, the manager was like, sure, no problem. And the girls was like, oh, shucks, Sharon gonna be a manager. I was laughing though. But my lawyer was still on point. He was like, this may seems like whatever, some word, but I'm gonna use a hilarious moment. But I cannot, if my client does come back to work, I cannot to have to come back in regard to something else that happened with my client. Because if we do return, if she does allow this to fly over and she does not sue you, I will put it in my own grounds. I will go personally to the judge and I will take out a claim. If she comes back to me with this type of situation, he used a lawyer term, and I could tell they ain't quite understood. And he said, let me just put it in y'all terms so y'all can understand. If Miss Jordan comes back to me stating that y'all had in any way mistreat her, release her from her duties, which means fired her. No suspension, fired her. Well, he just said, fire her, suspended her, or let her go. Any type of accusation that come against her, any type of bothering from anybody within this facility, I will come back for you. And I will make sure that I drain this franchise. This particular location will close down. Do you understand what I'm saying, Mr. Let's say his name is Mr. Bob, Mr. Walters. Do you understand what I'm saying, Mr.? He said Walters. Mr. Walters? Yes, sir, I do. Well, it's a pleasure doing business with you. Miss Jordan, give the young man a shake. That's agreement. So I will talk over with my client and see what my client wishes to say, and you will hear back from us. If not from me, you will hear from her. Child, we went, everybody was clapping. It was like, yo, somebody went up to him and said, excuse me, can you represent me? I got a friend in jail, I got this and that. And he pulls out his cards and give him the card. I wonder if he probably got clients from that. He probably got some clients. Wow. We walked across the street. He said, just keep your pose up. Just keep walking straight, because the thing is right across the street. So we went across the street, went up the steps, got in the classroom. When I got in the classroom, I fell down laughing. My teacher was like, "What happened? What happened?" And we commenced to tell him what happened. My teacher was like, "I am so proud of you. You see how I paid off? Stay in the business." I said, and I didn't even know he had no cards. Give me one of them cards. He started laughing. He gave me like a handful. And we hugged and stuff. He said, yeah. Now, I don't even know why I went into that story, but I done told it now. So, I don't really know why I said that. Well, I told that story, but anyway. Um, so back to the whys. So really, people feel that way about me for whatever reason. So my whys is that, why people don't want to show me nothing, why people don't want to be my friend, why people just don't like me, why people I can't say talk about me, but I'm gonna throw that in there, talk about me, and they don't even know me, based on what other people say, why people don't want to work with me. I'm having this what's the name service, right? I'm having this anniversary, and everybody backed off. I think the only person that's working with me is Taisha. Now the supposed to have been Odom, and the supposed to have been Kershaw. That's it. So ain't nobody helping me, ain't nobody doing nothing. I'm gonna do this banner. I'm gonna have to send for the banner. I'm gonna find the banner. I'm gonna fix it up. I'm gonna go inside, which reminds me now. I'm gonna go inside. What's the name of it? Poster wall. But first, I'm gonna take a walk outside. I'm gonna go put some money on my card. Cause remember I told you I got some information to give me a cut. Let me make sure I say it right. Cardia watch. I'm not gonna even tell y'all the price. Y'all look it up. Y'all see the price. Let me make me an account. I thought I did. Let me register. Okay?
Yeah.
You need to put that shirt in the laundry. Start to heat this up and then turn another color. Alright, so let's see. So remember I was telling y'all about the watches. Let me show y'all. Can y'all see? Let me show y'all the one that I was getting. This one. Y'all see that price? Oops. $8,050. Lord Jesus. But it's because it's 37. I wish they had a picture. They got it in gold though with the picture. Let me see. I want the round circle one. Y'all can see it much better now. Can y'all see? Picture? Yes. Let me just tell y'all why it costs so much. Thank you. Okay, so it's a Blue Baldicordier watch, 37 mm, so I'm assuming it's millimeter. Mechanical movement with automatic winding, moon phases. Oh, we got moon on it. Let me see something. Let me put this. Okay, I'm gonna read. Give me a second. I'm gonna read it.
Question. Hold on. The girl that do the cakes. Somebody saw the cake that she did for Elizabeth's birthday, and they wanna get her to make their cake. So I don't know if you sent me the number. Can you send me her number
Okay.
again,
It's
please?
in my look on my, cause I think I just sent a text on my
On this
cupcake.
one?
Yeah. Look in the text and you'll see her name is Julia Carmela or something like that. I know it, yeah, something Julia.
Hello? Hello? Who's calling? Okay. And what's this regarding? Yes, this is her.
Okay.
As in like counseling, you mean? Okay. Okay. Do you guys take elder plan? Elder plan?
I'm guessing. Steel case fluted crown set
Yes.
with a synthetic carbon and spinel, silver whatever dial. Galoshi, I guess is French word.
Okay.
Got the little hyphen. Move phases at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Blue
Alright, I just wanted to
Swiss
make sure.
Boy. Hold on,
Okay.
this one is different.
My doctor. When I was like little. Yeah. 10, maybe plus. No. I ain't that crazy. Nope. No. 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 29. That one. Hold on one second. Mommy, I can unplug it from here.
Can you unplug it?
Yes.
Yeah.
When you find it, can you send it to me? I'm gonna go.
Oh, it's right here. Oh, my bag. It was in Get off my bed. Get off. Let me let you out because you're being crazy. Dog jumping on my bed. I don't think so, baby. Because the owner said that, because he was given to us, the owner said that when you get real close to the dog, when you allow him to be on your bed, he starts slowly disrespecting you. So they was doing it to my daughter. He would go up on. He would go up on. He would go up on. What was I saying? I'm sorry. Okay, I forgot what I was saying. But anyway. I can't think of her. Okay. Yeah, she was talking to the girl. I don't think about it. Oh man. Oh, so he would go on my daughter's bed, and he would go on my daughter's bed and mess up her bed, tear up her bed. I cannot find that thing. I know we friends. People ain't got no people ain't got no picture. I'm not accepting it. I'm trying to find my friends. I'll find them. I'm trying to see. Oh, they look like they in alphabetical order. F, G, E. Okay, here we go. J, Jamela Wilson. Her name is Jamila Wilson. Okay. Sorry, I'll be right there. Okay. I am back. See, same thing I was saying about the dog. Leave that out right here. I'm gonna have to mop my floor. Okay, so what we was talking about? We was talking about my Cartier watch. This one is 36.2. But for some reason, I want the silver. Think of this. Oh, I ain't got it on. I have a silver one. Who right here? All right, so let me let y'all go.